go. Okay, I think it's recording now. All right. So here we go. So we're gonna talk about money mindset for compassionate people. And why we are talking about that is because nice people have a really hard time asking for money, or at least most of them do, not all of them. We want to get you past that point. I know a lot of you are entrepreneurs. I know some of you are just nice people and you probably wanted to get your head in the right space. So this will be good for everybody, even if you're not trying to sell anything. But this is how the webinar is going to go. Just give you a real quick overview. We're going to do a live presentation. I kind of already talked about it. We're going to do some live Q&A. If you want to ask a question, by all means, introduce yourself and feel free to give a quick pitch about your service. I have no qualms about other people trying to sell whatever they got going on, because hopefully you're selling something that helps people or that brings people happiness and joy. And if you do that, I'm 100% on board with it. Okay. This will not be a 30-minute sales pitch or however long sales pitch on my part. Okay. I can't, that's a very common trick that people use. They get you on a presentation. They tell you, they spend about 10 minutes on the pain points of whatever you might be going through. Then they kind of allude through the next 10 minutes to what they personally can do to solve your problem. And then they spend the last 10 minutes literally trying to sell you into buying their package or product. I'm not going to do that. Namely because I'm a decent human being and I actually like helping people. I don't like sleazy sales tactics. You're perfectly capable of making a ton of money while helping people, which is the way we want to do it. So nothing shady here, I'm just a normal person. I will, though, give you some information about me. I guess it's not really a sales pitch. I'm just telling you what I do and why I'm on this call with you. So my name's Abbeygale Quinn. I'm a business coach, and my specialty is getting coaches and consultants to 6+ figures ASAP with as little marketing as possible. I actually love marketing, but I do not love marketing for this type of business, and I don't recommend it for most people. Unless you are selling an actual tangible product, you don't really need to be doing any marketing. You just want to help people and that money's going to come in there. So let's just jump right in. Okay, here are some common myths. Money is the root of all evil. We've all heard that one, I would imagine. Rich people are bad. I'm kind of generalizing there, but that's a normal one that we all kind of think of. Being poor makes me a better person somehow. And money doesn't buy happiness. Technically, that's not really a myth. I mean, it doesn't buy happiness, but it's still, it can definitely push in the right direction. Okay, so first of all, money isn't evil. Money isn't even real. Money's just this made up thing that we all kind of agree has value, but it's even less real than it has been in previous times. Now it's just ones and zeros on somebody's database somewhere on somebody's server. It's not even anything real. It only has the power we give it. So right out of the gate, you're the one in control of your reality. You're the one who is giving money the power to affect how you feel, and you get to decide how you're going to feel about it. Okay. And if we're going to get kind of new agey, money is just energy. I mean, it allows you to buy resources. It allows you to do stuff. You put time and energy into something, you get money in exchange. It's just the accumulation of that energy. So there's nothing bad about it. There's nothing evil about it. Sure, greed is bad and greed is evil, but has nothing to do with money. You can be greedy about anything. Okay. So if we're looking from like an Eastern philosophy perspective, if you're Taoist or, in some cases like Buddhism and Hinduism, like health and wealth energy are very much intertwined. I could go on for hours about that. I will not bore you with any of it, but if you want a good example of it, if you consider a lot of healthy people seem to be doing a lot better financially, and a lot of sick people seem to always be broke. So there's definitely that correlation there. And I can tell you from having worked with people on this for a long time, I didn't really touch on it, but I'm actually an ordained minister. I've been doing pastoral counseling and spiritual counseling for the last 20 years. And so I have worked with a lot of people to help get their body and spiritual bodies into a good state. And I'll tell you that when you work on your health, money will come to you. And when you work on your money status, you naturally just start to get healthier, start to feel better. It's not a guarantee, but it's definitely a move in the right direction. Okay, rich people aren't bad. Bad people are bad. Bad people come in all shapes and sizes and pay scales. There's a lot of bad rich people, bad poor people, really awesome rich people, and a lot of really awesome poor people. But it has nothing to do with how much money they have, despite what your grandma or whoever gave you the money issues, whatever they kind of implied or directly told you, it has nothing to do with how much money they have. So here's an example of some really awesome rich people. This is former hedge fund manager John Arnold and his wife. And I know if you don't know what hedge funds are, I won't get into it, but a lot of people associate them with really bad stuff. You're basically betting on all these businesses to fail. So it's not really a great thing, although I'm not the expert, so I don't want to judge anybody. But these people, I think they're worth like 3.6 billion, and they've basically over the last few years given away, like straight up handed it out to different organizations and charities, 36% of their net worth. Okay. So that's huge. I did a little bit of research to try to find like some of the most generous billionaires out there, and they're definitely way up there on the scale. If I had $1 billion or $3 billion, I probably wouldn't be able to sit on it. I'd have to be doing something with it or giving it away. I don't know how people just have like billions of dollars that they, are saving for their very distant ancestors. But it does kind of make you wonder, what would you do with a fraction of that? If you're like me, you'd probably be creating organizations and charities trying to be helping people, probably just handing it out left and right, because you probably love helping people and you're going to do that any chance that you get. But it is fun to imagine, what would you do with it? Because it's another reason why you want to try to be wealthy. The world needs you wealthy. So you got to get your mind on making that money, gathering those resources, getting that energy, getting healthy, so that you can be in the best possible place to make a difference, a positive difference in the world. I'm not saying you can't do that if you don't have money, but it's definitely a lot easier if you have money. Okay. Being poor does not make you a better person. You're either going to be an amazing human being with money, or you're going to be one without money. Okay. But having money will expand your reach. We kind of just touched on that. Having access to money, it's also going to mean that you have better access to quality food, better health care. You're going to have less stress, hopefully, as long as you're paying those bills. You're going to have more free time to spend with your family, to spend, just holding space for yourself. And honestly, the better you feel, the better just being around other people. Being in that good state is contagious. And that is one of the better contagions that we should be spreading right now. I know people can't see your smile behind the mask if you're out walking around, but they can feel that energy from you. They can feel how happy you are. And just being around somebody, I know because I talk to a lot of people, that's one of the things I do. They're pretty bummed out. And just talking to somebody bright and sunny and cheerful like me can make a huge impact on that person's life. So all the more reason for you to make that money, get out there, be happy, healthy, wealthy, and do all of those things. So last one here, money doesn't buy happiness. It's true, it doesn't, okay? But it does buy better stuff. It's going to buy you better food, healthcare, education, security, and pretty much everything, is going to be better. And I know I've talked to a lot of people and I've helped a lot of people make a lot of money. And I can tell you that most people's problems are just about money. Okay. If you were to hand somebody $1 million, 99% of their problems are probably going to go away. So the money one's a big stress concern. And that is, it's not necessary. It's unfortunate. And you're going to be so much better off. Your family's going to be better off if you are stable, and not just, financially stable, but actually getting ahead. So all the more reason to make that happen. So I know, I think most of the people on this call are entrepreneurs. I don't know for sure. I probably should have did a show of hands as we went into it. But if you are an entrepreneur, it's definitely time to raise your prices. Okay. You want to price your services or products if you have control over them. I know if you're selling somebody else's products, you probably can't. You don't always have control over the price. But if it's something that you provide, definitely raise your price, okay? You don't want to discount things in general. We're going to talk about what that does to your, to some of your clientele in a second. But if you are not sure about your prices, you think maybe You don't want to lower them, but you're not sure if they're too high. Just add more value, and don't make it more value like it's going to cost you a ton more time. There's little things that you can do that can add more value, just so you start getting the confidence to see that the price point that you have is actually acceptable to everybody around you, and they're happy to give you that money. And keep in mind, you always want to have a premium product or service available beyond what you normally might sell to someone. And the reason why is there is a very large percentage. I don't know the actual numbers, but I think in recent, like poking around trying to find something, it's probably like 5 to 10% of people who will just buy stuff because it's more expensive. And it's not all ego, although it's probably a little bit of that, but a lot of people associate a higher price with more value and a better product. So also keep in mind that just because you wouldn't pay that much for it doesn't mean that somebody else wouldn't. Okay, so you see this house on here, I don't care how many billions of dollars I had, I would never buy that house. Okay, because that is, to me, that's just like a big waste of money. It's a bunch of rooms that somebody has to dust. That someone's probably going to be me, because I'm a little bit of a control freak and I would have to have everything in the right place. So I would never do that. Okay. Stuff like that. You have to, that house, I can't even imagine what the property taxes are on that. So I would not, if I was pricing houses, I would not be a good person to do that, because I would never buy something like that. I just talked to, over the last couple of weeks, I've talked to a lot of like healers and Reiki practitioners in particular, not really sure why. But one of the issues that I have heard from them is, other Reiki practitioners are only charging a certain amount, or they would never pay that much for Reiki. If it's something like that, that you do personally, you are going to have a different mindset towards that, because you're probably getting it for free from yourself or a bunch of other Reiki practitioners who will do it for free. So if you don't want to consider, you have to factor that in when you're pricing your products and everything. So it's not about what you would pay. Always remember that. And going back to, some people associate low prices with, low quality. I'm going to give you a really quick example. So as you know, I mentioned that I was a coach. One of the things I do is I try to help out. Well, I help out all entrepreneurs for the most part, but I was helping this other coach out. She wanted to get some more testimonials. And so I was happy to do a call with her and then give her a review. She happened to catch me at a time in my life when I was going through some stuff, but I'm really good, since I'm used to solving everybody else's problems. I'm really good at kind of keeping that stuff, not suppressed, but I just don't, I compartmentalize it. Okay. And this coach was able to, it took her about 45 minutes, but she finally cracked it. And she figured, she pulled something out of me that I didn't even realize was affecting me, because I had it buried down for so long. So I have not stopped thinking about this person. She's really had a really, really big impact on me. And it's something that's affected me so much, I probably think about her every day. Well, she reached out to me a couple, actually, I think it was just like last week. And just out of curiosity, I asked her, how much do you charge for your packages or your coaching? And she directed me to her website, which is never a good sign, because if you have a good price, that the power is in the value, and you're only going to be able to communicate that through an actual conversation with someone. So if you direct them to your website and they see your prices, they're usually going to run in the other direction. So I knew her prices were going to be way too low, but based on the quality of what I got out of our one conversation, I was expecting her to, be charging like a premium price, because she was on top of it. She knew what she was doing. And I was really shocked to see that her prices were just like she was basically giving stuff away, and she had everything discounted and bundled, and it was like really heartbreaking. But one of the things that happened to me as a potential client of hers, I started thinking, okay, what's wrong? Why are her prices so low? Is this does she not do a good job? Did I kind of just luck out? Did I maybe get the one day when she was having a good day, or is she actually, worth like a good price? Like, what's going on here? You as an entrepreneur do not want your potential clients to go through that conversation in their mind. If anything, you want to show them a really high price and the first thing in their mind is, wow, this person is like serious. This is high quality stuff. If they can't afford it right out of the gate, then they, at the very least, you want them thinking, how can I afford this? What do I need to do to be able to buy this product or to buy this service? And that's a much better position to have your potential customer in than thinking, oh my God, why is this so cheap? Something's wrong. Okay. Also, if you don't think your price is worth it, it's possible that you are not selling a good product, or you really don't believe in it. And if you don't believe in it, it's time to find another business. Do not sell something that you don't believe in. I guess you could, okay, but it's usually going to backfire on you at some point. It's going to come back to bite you. There's no reason to. There's tons of stuff out there that you can sell, that you can make, that you can, you can provide people that are actually going to be beneficial and helpful. So just try not to sell stuff that you don't really think is that good just because you need to pay the bills. There's better ways to pay the bills. And when you find something that you're really passionate about, you're definitely going to sell a lot more of it, whatever it is. So even if you do believe in it, it can be hard to ask people for money if you are selling something. Now, technically, if you're asking for money, you're probably selling something, unless you just want donations or you're looking for funding. So just stop selling, okay? Start serving people, start helping people. It's not strange for you to, if you help someone, to get some sort of help in response. And you don't always have to be paid in actual dollars. There's other things that people can help you with if you want to, like, trade services or barter or whatever. I mean, there's all kinds of different options, but regardless, if you feel like you're selling something and you're just taking somebody's money, try putting yourself in the mindset where you're actually, like, you realize, you recognize how much you're helping that person. Now, this is an easy thing to explain if you're a coach or a consultant. It's a little bit harder if you're actually selling like a homemade product, or something that is maybe a little less high of a price point. But as far as like coaches and consultants go, if you or marketing or whatever it may be, if you're selling something but like you would never buy it yourself, or you would never pay that price, or you would never hire yourself, you're definitely not doing yourself a favor. These people can hear it in your voice. They can feel it in your conversation, in your energy. They know if you're just trying to get their money from them. Okay. So the digital marketing one is a really big one. I actually had to step away from that. I was doing it for a while, and I still do it to an extent, but I don't really focus on it, namely because it is only good in some types of businesses. And if you try to push that on someone, but you're not 100% sure if you can get them the results, that's gonna set you back, and that's gonna make you feel uncomfortable. And you're probably setting yourself up for some bad reviews down the road. And I mean, everything could just fall apart. So you don't ever want to put yourself in that position if you're unsure about the value, or you don't know, if you don't believe in it, like you're a coach, but you don't have a coach, you never got a coach, like that's a problem. Okay, you need to be in a position where you are 100% confident that what you are bringing to the table is valuable and it can improve somebody's life, whether it's a vitamin, a supplement, a luxury travel package, whatever it is. You want to make sure that you're on board with it. So, like I said, just help people. The money comes. I guarantee you it does. It may take a little bit longer, but opportunities, when you are a decent human being and you start putting yourself out there and you honestly just want to, make somebody's life a little bit better, the money will show up for you. Okay, so just be patient. And that is basically the end. And here's another bad selfie that I'm notorious for. If you have any questions, comments, or complaints, my email address is Abbeygale-Quinn.com, or that's my website, and then Abby@Abbeygale-Quinn.com. If you got a hold of me, I don't know where you found out about this, but you can probably get a hold of me that way too. All right, let's see if I can jump off of this thing real quick. How do I get off of the screen share? Thanks for bearing with me, everyone. Okay, so do I just click this button? Hold on, I'm working on it. I did it before and it wasn't a problem. So how do I get off of the screen share? I don't know. Maybe I just exit. Is that it? No, because that's just my thing. Does anyone, hey, if anybody knows how to like get out of the screen share, or if I'm out of the screen share, I don't think I am. Send me a message real quick and I'll do it. I for real don't know how to do it. Hold on. And what? Oh, and screen share? No. 1 second. You guys are so patient right now. Okay, here's the chat. Somebody help me out. I think it's on the top, unshare. It's not. Wait, share. Basic, unshare. But there should be a pop-up. You guys are so awesome. Thank you so much for helping me. Hold on. Oh, stop share. There it was. Okay, I found it. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Okay, so let me see. Oh, I got all blurry again. Okay, I do want to, while I'm trying to figure out how to make myself not blurry, let's go into some questions here. I have somebody asked, why am I in Russia? Good question. I love it over here. My husband's actually Russian, and I'm trying to get dual citizenship, and I got out of the US right before COVID. I've been over, like, coming back and forth for the last 6 years, but I got out right before COVID, and I'm trying to stay because stuff in the US is out of control right now. Okay, hold on 1 second. Does anyone have a question? I see, okay, wait, we have Amari. She's got her hand up here, so we're gonna pop you over, and it says to ask you to unmute. So can I ask you to unmute? I'm still blurry.
Oh, I didn't have a question. I'm sorry, I didn't even see the lower hand. I didn't see that click on earlier when I raised my hand.
Oh, that's okay. All right.
Yeah, I'm new to Zoom, kind of, sort of still.
Well, as you can tell, so am I, so don't feel bad.
You explained everything perfectly, so yes, I don't have any questions.
Okay. Does anyone, I try to be thorough. Does anybody have a question? If you want, you can raise your hand. Oh, here's another one. Okay. So Emma has a question. Do you want me to pop you onto here? We'll allow you to talk. I don't know how to make it do the video, to be quite honest with you. So, but it says you can you can talk.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're a little quiet, but for the most part, yeah.
Can you hear me now? Better?
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't think you can switch on the video because I tried it before. Maybe we don't know. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
So my question is, sorry about the background noise.
Oh, you're good.
It was very, very interesting when you said, because I think it's a thin line when you say believing in your service. So how do I distinguish just need encouragement, but my service is good? Between it's a really difficult one, but I really want to know, and between okay, I give up, because obviously if I doubt, my service is not good enough. You know, this doubt can be in a good place, but it can be in the bad place. This doubt can mean that, okay, you need to give up because you need to do something else, because you need to believe 100%. But also this doubt can be in a good place, meaning that I just need encouragement. I don't know if you can get what I'm trying to say.
I think I gotcha.
Yeah, I think.
Well, okay. Yeah. Yep. Okay, so everybody's gonna have doubts at some point. That is entirely natural. And if you don't have any doubts ever, if you're just not thinking, you actually might be in more trouble than if you have like 100% faith. It's totally normal to think stuff through and to wonder if you're on the right path, or maybe you need to change something. But my experiences, and I don't know how long you've been selling what you've been selling, but the more you do it, the more confident you will become. It's just, if you haven't already, like, you definitely want to make sure that you're investing in whatever the product or service is that you provide. But it really just comes down to, some of it is, are you an overanalyzer? Are you always questioning yourself? Are you always, like being too hard on yourself? Okay. So I would tell you, try to just relax. If you really believe in it, then go for it 100%. If it's really helping people, you are going to be successful at it. You just have to be patient. Sometimes it takes time, especially depending on like your business model. So like with my business model, I don't really do any marketing at all. I basically just help people, and bizarre things start to happen. So last night, I don't know if I'm supposed to tell anybody this, but I got invited to some sort of like really high level marketing thing or networking thing. And these people were throwing around like millions of dollars, like it was nothing. Like they were just, and I don't know how this happened. I assume I probably just reached out to the right person, and you don't have to be salesy. You don't have to try to get people's money. I think that's really people's biggest mistake. They assume if somebody is providing a service or a product that they are going to, that they're going to try to take advantage of you. And that's very unfortunate. I don't know if I brought this up or not. Right before I got on this call, did I tell you guys about that? Somebody, like I had reached out to someone, and I think I told you the story. I'm not sure. I talked to so many people. I'm not 100% sure who I told what to. But basically, there's a reason why people are afraid to buy stuff, because they've been taken advantage before. People have been burned. So you basically just have to have faith and help people. Just love people. Just do what you can for them, and it'll come together. Okay. So just be patient. Okay. I don't know. How do I get rid of, okay. So I can move those over. Oh wait, I don't know if I'm doing that right. I don't know if you guys can see this whole screen or not. Okay. So Caitlin has a question. So we're going to pop you up here, and then it says, oh, there you go. Can you hear me?
Hi, yes. So I also put my question in the chat for you. So I understand premium prices, and I was wondering about businesses and companies that offer the 3-price model, which is premium, regular, and basic. Would you say to steer away from that, or is that a good thing?
Not necessarily. It depends on what the product is. Can you give me an example?
So if it's a online product or subscription-based fee online, kind of like internet software, I guess, or a cloud-based system they can access.
In a 3-tier pricing system, basically you always want to push people to something like that. If it's like B2B, I would imagine people aren't out there buying that just because it's a high ticket item. And they feel good about it. It's not making people feel warm and fuzzy. It's more professional. So in that case, I would say always try to price to encourage the premium purchase. So that means you need to take your lowest option, unless it's a free thing. If it's like an internet service, it's hard to get away with not doing free. But basically, you want to encourage them to go higher up. And right now, what everybody seems to be doing, and it's working, is to actually try to get them to pay for the yearly subscription to it. And then you just make the monthly a lot higher. You do a larger percentage markup, and then that makes everybody want to go and basically buy the yearly. So, because you're getting a discount that way. It's a little bit different with that type of product though. Does that answer the question?
Yes, thank you.
Okay. Does anybody else have a question? Anybody? Hands raised. Amara's hand still raised. Okay. I don't know how to do it either. So I will tell you guys. So we wrap this up right about a half an hour. I'm here to help anybody who needs help. So if I can't help you, I'll try to direct you to somebody else who can. I do a lot of networking. I do a lot of events. So we got some events coming up. I do look for speakers. If that's something that you're interested in, I'm happy to try to find like a position for you. I also have a new mastermind group coming up. If that's something that, if you want to get like support from other entrepreneurs and that type of thing. But regardless, just, contact me. I'm happy to help in any way that I possibly can. I'm like, for real, just a real person. And, don't have, there's no like gimmicks or weird sales pitches or anything. So, but thank you guys for coming. It really, I really appreciate it. And if you need anything from me, let me know. Otherwise, just take care of yourselves and have an amazing day and amazing weekend.